My name is Rick Croson, Captain Rick Croson, excuse me. I own and operate Living Waters Guide Service, and I'm based out of Wilmington, North Carolina. And my story of how I became a Tideline owner is because I started to test ride catamarans and knew that they would do what I needed for my business because I kind of have a unique business. And there was a bunch of brands that I looked at, but Tideline caught my eye and fit my bill. One, because the owners are great. George and Michael both are just excellent people to deal with, and the connection of North Carolina for me was a big deal. You know, I'm proud of this state. I'm proud of where we live and what we create. And Tideline has created the ultimate charter boat for my needs. And I kind of prefaced my build before we even started talking. I said, look, I'm going to be kind of odd. I'm going to be that guy. And we worked through the challenges, and they built the boat and never had any gripes or complaints. They just, you know, if this is the way it needs to be, this is the way it needs to be. So anyway, I have a custom 365. It has a deleted coffin box in the front, so I have a giant dance floor in the front. I also have a soft top, the only soft top that they've made, with custom rod holders everywhere. And the reason being, I do Gulfstream light tackle fishing. That's my niche, and I do a ton of jigging and popping. And we also troll, we also bottom fish, we also live bait fish, we tournament fish. But when you're chartering here, every 3 months it's all different. So I needed a boat that could take 50 rods if need be, get them all in the center and out of the way, and be able to switch from one technique to the next kind of seamlessly, while taking 6 people and being able to work around them. And this boat gives me unmatched safety because I'm running 65 miles one way every day, and the ocean changes a lot in 60 miles from the beach. The other thing is it's super efficient, and it's just laid out because they did a custom version for me. It's just laid out to do what I need it to do. So in my world, this is the perfect vessel for me, and I couldn't be happier with it. It does everything that I could possibly ask for. So one of the advantages of this boat for me too is it's a non-step haul boat, and steps in certain boats are great, but for me the advantage to a non-step haul boat is less power, and I can take off much slower. So you'll see in the video that this boat is on plane at 14 knots, completely on plane. I can trim the motors out and I don't fall off plane. And when I come into really nasty seas where I'm battling a head sea, it allows me to get really slow and get where I need to go, or get home from where I've been. Because like I said, North Carolina, if you don't like our weather, just hang on a minute, it's going to change. So the non-step haul was a big deal. Definitely a game changer in my world. And since I charter fish between 200 and 225 days a year offshore, I put a ton of hours on this boat. This boat has over 2,500 hours on it already. I've had it for 2 full seasons. We're getting ready to start season 3, and the Suzuki 300s have been flawless so far. And yeah, it kind of creates a whole package. You don't have to overpower her to make her run. And with all the time I put on it, I need to be able to run, wash it down, run again, and just keep repeating that cycle every day that the weatherman lets me go. Alright, so some of the great features of this boat. This walk-through door. I can come right back here, there's non-skid, and it's all flat back here. So when we're jigging and popping, we're drifting side to the sea, right? So everybody's fishing right here on the side. If somebody hooks up and they need to go around the motors, I can slide out here and help them get around the motors and come right back in. Big advantage of the way this boat's designed, being that it's a flat level deck with a walk-through door. I could just take this out of the way. 2 big giant 50-some gallon live wells on the corners. Underneath the deck, I have 2 more 80-some gallon live wells, and I like to live bait fish for tournaments, so we take a ton of live bait with us, all plumbed. They work as great storage when you're not using them for live bait tanks. Next thing is, took out the other seating and added this tournament version. This allows us to have drink access for all the charters, and 3 seats so that they can sit and be part of the action without being in the way. I can work all around them. This top is the big, this was the grand finale of designing this boat though. And if you'll notice, I have a soft top with all these rod holders, and they're all in the center. Okay, so if I bring 40 rods, I need to be able to get them where they're out of the way. I just can't use the gunnel rod holders. So there's over 40 in just the back in the metalwork here. And then if you follow me this way, I added the Key West style top, so I have my outriggers are all adjustable right here. And then I added 8 more rod holders to the side. I have quick out wings, so these wings literally pull that strap and that strap. They go right to here. They go zip zip and they're out, so I can roll them up when I'm not using them, but they're always on the boat ready to go. 8 more rod holders here, a ton of rod holders in the side, and then this was the big change compared to a normal build. This pad right here is where the coffin box would be on a traditional build. I had them delete that so that we can use this as a place to cast. So if we're up here throwing poppers, there's nothing to get in the way. I can work around my people to gaff fish. And let me explain this too. This is another big benefit of this cat boat versus others. When I'm up here at the bow, the floor rises so all the water goes off without having any gutters to trip on. But when you're looking over the side, I can gaff a fish off this boat with a normal 6-foot gaff. I'm not way up off the water like some boats. That is a huge advantage because I sometimes have a mate but sometimes don't. So I'm running around gaffing fish, tying knots, running the boat, doing everything myself. And this is a huge advantage. This was the big benefit for cutting this out and deleting it. This made this boat work perfect for me. Everything else is flush. I added another saltwater washdown. I have an extra saltwater washdown in the back. Giant fish boxes. Plenty of storage for all your other stuff, safety gear. And on a charter boat, I have to take tons and tons of safety gear. So I have 12 adult life preservers. I have a set of safety steps to get back on the boat. I have just, if you think we needed a safety gear, it's on this boat. 2 anchors. So there's tons of storage for all that. None of that stuff ever gets in the way. And you can tell this cuts off the visibility. I can see everything from the helm.